I don't even know if I can see comments. Can I see comments? Live chat. How do I? I don't want to put a filter on it. All right. I'm deleting this later anyway. I don't know what's up. Golly, what is going on? I see we've got a couple people in here. I'm deleting this later. I'm paying my bills, and I figured since I was sitting at the office in front of a computer, I could like get on my phone. Quality's probably trash, but I could at least sit here, pay my bills, answer some questions. Shoot them. We got 14 people in here. I'm going to be on, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes, maybe a little longer. We'll just see what's up. I probably need to plug my phone in so it doesn't die. I just saw a comment said somebody had good news. Please share said good news with. Am I about to pay the wedding wire bill? Is automatically drafted, but after this year, I'm not giving them any more of my money. I don't know how much. I think it's like a scaled. I think it's like a scaled platform. Everybody pays a little bit differently. Oh crap! Dropped my phone. Look at the calendar. We're super busy. Wait, I don't want to stop. It's like a scaled. So we're paying wedding wire like $160 a month, something like that. I'm done. And I get like a lot of fake leads off of there too. So it's not worth my time anymore. I would much rather take that money and build like quality relationships with the money that I'm spending on wedding wire. So $160 a month times 12 months a year. No longer. Jordan Simmons. Hello, it's John Simmons. Filed your name with state, like a DJ name, like you got an LLC type thing. That's dope. Hey, new video coming out tonight. Gonna be moved to a neighborhood. Golly, these things are moving quick. Hold on. Moved into a new neighborhood, made friends with the other kids. You're gonna get them to start promoting your mixtape. That's dope. That's dope. The new QSC KS118 came out, but I was going to buy Dual 18 and the DRM. I mean, I've got 8 Dual 18 JBL 18s. If you're going powered, like it just depends. Do you, if you've got a truck and trailer or a van or whatever, I mean, Dual 18 cabinet is incredible. The power that you'll get out of a Dual 18 cabinet is unmatched to that of a single 18, and really even like 2 single 18s. But they're heavy. They're hard to get around. They're heavy. They're not mobile a lot of the times. They take up a lot of space. And a lot of venues don't need a Dual 18 subwoofer. A lot of venues here like barely even need regular subwoofers. So it's up to you. If you're using it for other things, if you're trying to get into like a bigger, larger scale market for your school dances and you need more low end, there's nothing wrong with the Dual 18 cabinet. Nothing wrong at all. Let's see here. What I think about turbo sound speakers. There's some good turbo sound stuff out there, and I actually just ordered 4 of the IQ series for my own self. So turbo's good. Turbo's good. Just depends on what you're trying to do. Adrian, you come work for me. I'll cut you a check, dog. Mike Dub, what's up? Blake Smith, I know he's at work. Darren, what do you think about EAW? Good stuff. You're just gonna spend some money. Michael, what's going on? Darren, that was his QSC question. Obscene Entertainment. I guess you filed LLC with the state. That's dope. That's dope. Oh, you got your EIN, like your tax information. That's something everybody should have. I hope everybody is doing things the right way. Let's see here. Can I put up some more tutorials? Why don't you tell me what kind of tutorials you want to see, and I will see if I can't. I see if I can't put up some more tutorials. Dan Coronado, what would you suggest to someone who wants to start their own production company? I would say learn about. First of all, you want to start your own production company. A, you need a good attorney. B, you need a good CPA. Three, and this is kind of paramount over A and B, you need to know what the hell you're doing. You need to know what you're doing. Don't, just because there's a lot of DJs out there that want to get into the production world, but you're going to fail and fall miserably short if you don't know what you're doing. It's not that simple. It's not, hey, I got DJ speakers, so now I want to start a production company. It's not that simple. I wish it was, but it ain't. So if you're good at being a DJ, just be a DJ, because I can assure you the profit margin on these big shows isn't as good as you think it is. Sure, I've got several shows on the calendar that's like in the tens of thousands of dollars, but that's not what I make. By the time you bring in other subcontractors, by the time you pay your contractors, by the time you have to purchase equipment to be able to do the job, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Do I like the production side of things as opposed to DJing? Yes. I'm only, from here on out, if somebody wants me to be their DJ, they're going to A, pay a little bit more, B, I'm only accepting gigs that I want. That's not to say I'm not DJing any more weddings, but that's like that's a low priority for things for me to do. Because we are a super fast growing company. I've got 5 DJs now. So I let them handle that, and then I handle the big stuff. Like I don't know if you can, again, take a look at the calendar back there. All that Aero stuff, like there's festivals and there's corporate work, all sorts of stuff in there. And I've got guys that can do that, so I'm just gonna let them do that. Do I work with the Alto Stealth? I do have an Alto Stealth system, and it works pretty decently as long as you have a good line of sight. How do I know when the music speakers are pumping too loud for the room? Is there like a formula? Step out from behind that facade and go take a listen for yourself. There's different levels of volume. There's ceremony volume, there's cocktail volume, there's introduction volume, and then there is celebration volume. And you got to kind of know where you at in that scheme. You don't want celebration volume for introductions or celebration volume for ceremony. It's not necessary. So there you go. Gigmasters has a money back guarantee. That's cool. Never heard of them. The Trinity line array is really nice. That's cool. Let's see here. Group question, better luck with leads using Wedding Wire or Gigmasters? I've never used Gigmasters, but Wedding Wire, we might get 1 qualified lead a month, and to me, that's not worth the expense. Do I know about the Trinity line array by PK Sound? I don't. I've heard of PK Sound. I've never used any of their stuff. Adamson, same thing. Heard of their stuff. Never used it. DJ Tracks, what wireless mic you using since the T-Mobile purchase? I've got like 8, probably 6 or 8 Shure BLX units, and then I've got 4 of the Shure ULXS units. I've pretty much switched all my DJs over to the BLX because it works out pretty good, and they're not too expensive. Just did your first large church install. Digital stage boxes are a godsend. Trashed 150-foot snake. Hang on to that snake, bro. Hang on to that snake. You never know when you're gonna need a snake, and if you want to sell it, hit me up in those DMs. Jared, what's up from Louisville? What's going on? What's going on? Mark Davis in Walnut Ridge, just a few hours away from me. Just subscribe to Gigmasters, aka the Bash. $139 for 3 months, $350 per year. 1 lead in the first 2 days. Cheap client, but still a lead. That's good. If it's working for you, man, that's awesome. As a single op starting out, already did my EIM name. Anything else you could success? I'm sorry if I'm on my phone. All these words are really small, dude. Look at my eyes. I'm tired. Let's see here. Anything starting out from like a business perspective, you probably need to incorporate. Your laws may vary around, from where you're from. I would probably go ahead and incorporate, file an LLC for the liability standpoint alone. And number one, have a good attorney. Number two, have a good CPA. Three, have some good insurance. Have some good insurance. All these things are paramount to having a business. Oh yeah, new video coming out today. Good budget-friendly crank stands. Take a look at the, not crank, depends. Crank stands for like lighting. You really can't go wrong with like the global Duratrust stands. They're pretty cool. Audio tutorials. Trevo Bernard. I might have to bring in my guy Blake, who happens to be in the chat, in for like some audio tutorials, basic type of stuff. He's much better at audio than I am. I am decently okay with putting together a nice front of house mix, but that's not to say there's not people out there that don't do it better than I have and have a little bit more knowledge. So hire your weak points. If you're not good at graphic design, don't try to do it. Hire it out. If you're not good or great or have a super high caliber of audio technical experience, hire it out. That's the best thing to do. Dude, all of these, how can I get these freaking comments bigger? I'm trying, oh, okay, there we go. Thoughts on SRX 828 SP? Good sub, good sub. Hearns, don't forget the TV. We're probably going to film that tomorrow. How do I get a hold of your bigger clients like corporates or festivals? By networking. What do I think about the Audio Technica 3000 series, 4th generation? I couldn't tell you. I don't have any AT products. None. Scott's in here. Still Drum Smokers Barbecue. Get those likes up. Hey, Scott, did you ever get that thing on Facebook figured out? That was kind of weird. I didn't know they were using your video without your permission. Let's see here. Budget-friendly crank stands already. Budget-friendly crank stands. Duratrust DT3800s. That's probably what you need to go to. Sell you a 150-foot snake. Spencer, if you're serious, shoot me an email. John, nope, not even John. djwoopig@gmail.com. Snakes, analog snakes aren't as popular as what they used to be, but man, they still serve a purpose. Still serve a purpose. Am I going to NAMM? If somebody flies me out there, bet your ass I'm going to NAMM. I will be, however, speaking at the Disc Jockey News DJ conference / photo booth expo coming up coming up in February out in Vegas. That's pretty dope. Getting to go out and speak out there in Vegas. So if you're in the area or you don't know anything about it, I will be pumping out more information on that as it becomes available to me. 36 people in here. Come on, hit me with the like button. Log into your computer as well and read off that screen. Man, y'all are so smart. Y'all are really smart. Think Bar Rick Webb made a video about the the battery operated moving heads. They look pretty cool. I don't have any, but they look pretty cool. If J-Maz wants to send some out, I would not mind that. Which one do I think is best? SRX series or EV ETX or Mackie DRM? That's hard. I would say they're all on the same playing field. Any move would be, it wouldn't be as drastic as you think. it would be more of a lateral move. If you're going from, let's say, an EV ELX sub, or you're going from an, I would say if you're going from a lesser line, all three of those subs are about in the same, they're all about in the same category. Any move would not be as drastic as, hey, I'm looking at myself on the screen there. The moves would be lateral. It wouldn't be as big of a jump as if you're going to like a bigger batter cabinet. All of those about have the same wattage and stuff like that. So there you go. I've had them all, and I've got no complaints on any of them. Any of them. Let's see here. I'm looking at the comments here, and the camera is here. JETR Orbit Shifter Folded Horn. No experience with that. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Do I think photo booths are a good investment for mobile DJs or passing fad? I have a mirror photo booth. That's still like more of a niche market, and it stays booked. It makes good money. It's totally it's like a novelty item at this point. I still think there's money out there to be made, but I don't think, I think with Instagram stories and Snapchat filters, that trend is only going to go down unless something new pops up like the mirror photo booth, and that's why I went that route instead of going a different route. Let's see here. Do I plan on upgrading VRX, RCF, HDL 20s and above, maybe some DAS events? I've heard the DAS stuff. It sounds good. It's not rider friendly. I've never seen a DAS, speaker on a rider at all. Yes, the VRX is totally a stepping stone for me, but I'm not selling them. I'm going to keep them because they still serve a very, very, very good purpose for what they do. For corporate stuff, small shows, the problem with VRX stuff, it just doesn't throw that far. But yeah, they still serve a purpose. So I'll probably, tell you the truth, I'm probably going to like invest in the new JBL VTX line. That's taking the place of the Vertex series, going to like a dual 12 cabinet. But I still plan on keeping the VRX because they work good and they don't sound bad. Don't sound bad at all. Best way to get speakers up in the air for events without going into the extreme, just using speaker stands. What is the best way to get speakers up in the air for outdoor events without going into the extreme or just using speaker stands? I would say buy a speaker that has a fly kit where you can actually like safely fly the speaker. Get you some like Duratrust crank stands where you can get it up 15, 16 feet, and then fly it off of that truss. Or you can get pole adapters like my Duratrust DT3800s. I'm gonna keep saying it. You can put a speaker on it, get the speaker up 15, 16 feet in the air. Definitely want to be using sandbags, but there you go. New video dropping today, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. New video today. DJ Joey D says ETX 18SP all day. It's a great speaker, really great speaker. Sub aux outs works for me, thanks. Are you talking about the video that I made, Frank? Thanks, man. What would you choose, L Acoustics, Meyer, or JBL? I've heard all three of those, and it's gonna sound like a, I got something in my beard. It's gonna sound like an excuse, but I would say each of them serve their purpose. But like L Acoustics, Meyer, the bigger JPL stuff, I'm not in that market, so I won't be buying any of those anytime soon. Yeah. DJ Mike Dub, do I remember when I thought seismic audio speakers were the move? Yes, I do. Am I ashamed of it? No, I'm not, because I started somewhere, and that's, like, I could have deleted that video a long time ago. If you go back and look, I look totally different. I sound totally different. But at the time, it was a vast improvement on what I had, which was like some old carven carpeted boxes. They were bi-amp cabinet. I mean, they sounded good, but it was not mobile DJ friendly. So I moved over into some seismic audio stuff, and it worked well. I made a lot of money with those seismic audio speakers, and then somebody came along and they said, "Hey, what you're doing is okay, but you should totally go a different route because it can be that much better." And here I am later. But yeah, Mike Dub, I remember that very well. And I still say, for the money, as long as you're using the equipment as a stepping stone, seismic audio, JBL Eon, Alto, uh, all of the lower model brands, they're basically all the same. Basically, as long as you're using it as a stepping stone, I can't knock anybody for doing it because I did the same damn thing. Let's see here. DJ Tracks, are you carrying any battery powered speakers? Hey, new video today, 6:30. You'll kind of see what I'm hinting to there, so be sure to check back into the channel 6:30 this evening, and you'll get a glimpse of some battery powered stuff. Hint, hint. Do I think about getting into LED walls? LED walls are super expensive. I've thought about it. I've got a good friend that's a LED contractor. I've actually got a production gig coming up. It loads in October the 14th. The final show is October the 21st. Bringing in a company out of Chicago doing LED walls because we're doing some big stuff. We're talking like $20,000 show plus. At this time, my main focus is like paying off some business debt. That way, I can bring on somebody else full time. So yes. I've thought about it, but my focus right now is paying off debt so I can have more help here, so I can do more selling and less teching. There we go. What are the best 15, let's see, what are the best active PA 15 speakers you can get for the money? Electro Voice ZLX. This is the best selling speaker ever. And it's that way for a reason, because they don't sound bad and they're cheap and they can take a beating. I can't say anything bad about the ZLX. Use it as a stepping stone and then move up. There you go. Get a Meyer Sound L Acoustics or D&B. As long as y'all are paying for it, I will buy whatever the hell you want. But I'm not paying for it, so no, I'm good. Whoa, these comments are moving fast. Let me go back up here. New to your channel, any recommendation for rigging, trellis certification tool? Look at your local IATSE union, stagehand union. If you become a stagehand, they have rigging classes. You can get certified. That's going to be the cheapest route to get into it. Otherwise, you go to a rigging school. That's some anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 or $4,000 a day. There you go. Joey D, thank you for all the great advice you've given me. Man, no problem. That's why I created this channel. I appreciate that. Subs, tie in the main or separate with an aux? It depends. DJ rigs, straight into, out into the sub, out of the sub, into the main. If I want a little bit more control where I'm mixing a live band or something like that, aux-fed subs every day of the week. Do you know if Serato DJ supports the Denon SC5000M? I have no idea. I don't have any Denon products other than a couple mixers that I have installed. I don't know. I would think so. Denon makes good stuff, so probably. FedEx ground. Hey, I just got a package shipped. Let's see here. DJ Tracks, love your time and videos. I appreciate that. We got 40 people on here right now. I'm just, I was supposed to be paying my bills, but now I'm talking to you guys. Let's see here. You said you were going to get a JBL VTX for an upgrade. Don't get D&B, L Acoustics, or Meyer. Tons of better brands than JBL. Abel, I hope I'm saying your name right. If you are paying for it, I will get whatever you want. But JBL's in my price range. So, There you go. Brian Foster got those Maxis. Thanks, Mackies. Thanks for the vid. I hope you are enjoying them. They take a little time to get them tweaked, but they don't sound bad, especially for the price range. ZLX or ELX 200 for starting out. Either one, you can't go wrong. ELX, I believe, is a wooden cabinet. It's a step above the ZLX. If you're starting out and you're tight on money, ZLX may be a stepping stone into your bigger rig. Spencer, I'm using Adamson for a Macklemore concert tomorrow. That's awesome. Let's see here. JBL Eon is a great choice, great range of speakers to choose from. There's a lot of great choices out there. A lot of great choices. There you go. What do you think about foreign moving heads? Foreign as in Chinese? As in like no name buying from over the internet? Stop. These people know I'm on the internet. Both of them are subscribed to my channel. They know what they're doing. Let's see here. Where was I at? Where am I at? ZLX aren't that strong, but they sound great. It depends on what you're using it for. Chinese moving heads. I'm not going to tell you not to buy Chinese moving heads because I'm not going to say that I don't own some Chinese moving heads that get the job done. I also own some Chauvet moving heads that get the job done. Do your research. That's all I can say. Before you spend your money, do your research. What do I think about DAS event arrays? I've heard them. They sound okay. They're not rider friendly. I've never seen them on a rider, so that's not going to be the move that I make. Now, if it's for an installed sound or you're planning on doing C, D list acts where it's, nobody cares what the rig is, it could work perfectly for you. What happened to Trey? Trey got a different job. Me and Trey are still great friends, but he just, he wanted to go in a little bit different direction. He didn't get fired. He wanted to go in a different direction. I'll leave it at that. I think the Chinese moving head wash lights are great for the price, RGBW and bright AF. Can I do a gig log on that 14th through 20th event? I won't actually be there for that because that same week I'm going to be at the Arkansas State Fair working that. Hire what you can't do. So I'm not a video guy. I'm hiring a company to take care of that. I'll be there providing some motors and some truss, but I won't be there for it. So probably won't see a gig log on that. What's the best entry-level truss suggestion? Can't go wrong with Global. I still use it almost every weekend. What's the next big festival in Arkansas you're providing sound for? Cabot Fest next weekend, actually. Smash that like button. I agree. Smash that like button. DJ Blazin, hello. Hola. Do I use any wireless technology to throw sound in a dead spot? Not wirelessly. I mean, I've got wireless speaker solutions like the Alto Stealth unit. I'm not necessarily saying that I would depend on it. I would in big gigs, always run copper. For small gigs where they need like satellite sound, the Alto Stealth works out pretty okay. Make it a big check. I'll do it, Scott. Let's see here. ELX is plastic. I have them great speakers. That's good. Recommendation for beginner wireless mics. It depends on how beginner you want to go. Super beginner, you could go with like the GTD series, which again, I used for years and had zero problems out of it. But as I started getting like bigger gigs and like requirements, we stepped over into now my beginner mic is like the Shure BLX series, which is tunable. You can put half-wave antennas on. They sound great. They look good. They're super cost-effective, and they're easy to use. Zombie Warrior. Sup, playa? What's up? How much do you think I should upcharge for dancing on a cloud effect? We just had one of those this past weekend. I believe we sell that for like $450. Your prices may vary. DJ All In. What subs am I using? I got a lot of subs in my inventory. I've got 8 of the JBL STX 828s. Those are dual 18 subs. That's for the big rig. Stepping down to the smaller rig, I've got one of the Mackie DRM single 18s. That's now like a full-time drum sub. And I've got a pair of EKX dual 18s. Those are for like school dances, stuff like that. What do you think of SRX 828s versus STX 18s? They claim 141 dB output. Yeah, right. A lot of people say that the STX is actually a better move than the SRX. It's a lateral move. They just, it was time for them to come out with something newer. The STX have the neodymium drivers, which are supposedly stronger than what's in the SRX. I don't even think you can buy the STX new anymore, so you have to go with the 828s or the SRX 828s. I'm not saying either one is better. I've heard them both. They both sound fine. I can't tell a difference when looking at them. I can't tell a difference when listening to them. Both of them knock. That's all that matters. Get the draws. JTS makes a great wireless microphone system. I agree. I believe Brian S. Red did a video on JTS audio. Good stuff. Good stuff. One Pilot Steve. Can I come work a gig with you? Maybe. As long as you're not like a killer person. Let's see here. Best inventory management software. I use HireHop. Let's see here. Think about RCF line arrays. I have 8 HDL6s. They're loud and clear as hell. Haven't regretted them at all. RCF makes really good products. Really good products. Yeah. One Pilot Steve, you're from Canada. I tell you what, if you are willing to get yourself down here and you're not like a killer crazy person, I'll think about it. There's no promises. Is that all the questions? Ooh, that's all the questions. We've been live for 31 minutes, 58 seconds. Y'all better flood this up with some questions, because as soon as I run out of questions, I'm hopping off of here because we got a video dropping tonight, 6:30 Central Time. Do I use a video projector? Any tips on buying one? I know a lot of people are going with like the Epson or BenQ. I don't have one. I don't use them a lot. Whenever I have like a big gig that needs video or projectors, I usually hire in Barcos, like higher end stuff. But that's rare nowadays. It's getting so cheap just to go with LED tiles. That would be the way I would go. Let's see here. Am I still cooking? Yeah, I'm still cooking. I actually I smoked some chicken the other day, fell asleep. We ate Taco Bell. Let's see here. Am I going to Mobile Beat this year? If I don't get a call for a job that I have to be here for, I will be at Mobile Beat. My plans were to be at DJ Expo in Atlantic City this year. I actually had my ticket bought. I had the plane ticket bought. And then somebody wants to pay me a good amount of money to be here and use my services. So money comes first. Money always comes first. Because this is what I do for a full-time job. I can't pass up money. Excuse me. I used the BLX series, had cutouts, moved to the QLXD series. QLXDs are very good. The reason why you had good luck with the QLXDs is because they have half-wave antennas already on the microphones, whereas the BLX has the quarter-wave antennas, but I've got half-wave antennas on everything I have. I have no problems with dropouts. That's the big difference in a lot of those mics. Excuse me. QLXDs come with half-wave antennas by themselves are like $200, which is why there's such a big price jump. Am I still using Rasha uplighting? Yes, I have the Crux. Well, I'm allergic to y'all. My goodness. Best places to network for larger events, go to Chamber of Commerce events. If you live in a bigger city, there's always some sort of like networking events, all that stuff. Yeah, all that type of stuff. Networking events can be had. You just have to search for them. My nose is running. I'm allergic to y'all. Ugh. Best into mid-range digital mixer. Can't go wrong with the old Behringer X32. They're cheap. They're disposable. They're like $2,000. One breaks, buy a new one. They work really well. They're feature rich. You can go ahead and get the Midas series if you want to. If you're doing live sound, the interface is a little bit easier to work around. It sounds laterally better. I've head-to-headed them. I can't tell the difference. What are some good wireless DMX receivers and transmitters? Donner. I actually, Donner. Donner. I actually just bought some more wireless transmitter stuff because I needed some more wireless stuff. I've had good luck with those. Am I licensed in my state? Licensed to do what? You don't need a license to be a DJ or a event production facility. You do need a business license. If that's what you're asking, yes, I'm licensed with my state and with the federal government. There you go. What insurance do I use? State Farm. What speakers are comparable to the 1Q series? 1Q. I don't know. Bongani? You must be from somewhere. The IQ series. I actually just bought some Turbo Sound IQ series stuff. I'll let you know when I get it in. I've been watching your videos from some time. You have never mentioned any Yamaha speakers. Are they expensive or you prefer JBL? I've heard Yamaha stuff. Some Yamaha stuff sounds really good. Some Yamaha stuff I'm not that impressed with. But I am partial to Electro Voice and JBL. Those are the two companies I am partial to. Do I have backline or any interest in doing backline? Yes, I've got a backline rig. Of course, I got my Gretsch drum kit with Zildjian and Sabian cymbals. I've got a guitar rig, which is a Fender Deluxe Reverb. I got a bass rig. Of course, I rent out like DJ turntables and stuff like that whenever we have people come to town that need turntables or rain mixers or whatever. Yeah, I do a little bit of backline. It's not like a main source of income. I would definitely not say that. How do I calculate travel? I bill it to my clients at what the federal government allows me to bill it at, which is like 54 something cents a mile. How do I calculate the cost of doing shows? Each show is so different, I can't even begin to give you a price. This is probably my most asked question. How do I charge for doing bigger shows, production shows? How much do you want to be paid at the end of the day? There you go. How much do you want to be paid? Every show I go out on, my nose is running. I don't know why. I'm allergic to you guys. Every show I go out on, the factor of the equipment is factored into the cost, which is generally 20% of purchase price new. Then I factor in travel, if there is any. Then I factor in, at the end of the day, once taxes and personnel are paid, how much do I want to go home with at the end of the day? Because if you do a gig for $1,000, if you're doing it right, you're not bringing home $1,000. You might be bringing home 500, 600. That's how much your time is worth. But then, if you're doing this for a full-time gig, then you got to factor in the price of insurance. You got to factor in like retirement, which is something, even though I'm barely into my 30s, it's something I'm totally like having to look into because there is no retirement plan for a DJ or for an entrepreneur. It's something you got to save up for yourself. Do you want to invest your money? So after like all your expenses are done, what do you want to go home with? How do I price backline rental? Generally, I price anything that is a rental, backline included, unless it's like a super exclusive item. Generally, 20% of purchase price new. So, like my drum kit, generally goes for $300 to $500 a day, depending on what cymbal package they throw with it. Guitar amp, $200 a day. $1,000 guitar amp, 20% purchase price, $200. Man, I am at the end of the questions again. Y'all got 5 minutes to throw some questions in, or I'm out because I got to pay some bills. Where's Trey? Trey no longer works for us. Trey's still a good guy. I still see him all the time. But he wanted to go in a different direction. That's fine. I get it. He's a kid. He wants to be with his friends. His friends don't work here. How's the Quick Cue Lite console so far? Isn't it harder to set up for live shows and Show Express? I would say not harder. I would say very much so different, but I can't even give you like a good answer because it's been sitting in the case basically since it got here. I haven't had time. But I'll be using it this weekend on a show. Have I lost equipment at gigs? That's funny that you say that. I've never lost anything. Never lost anything on a gig. But one of my DJs went out this weekend and he left some truss socks, scrims for the truss. And I got a text from the bride's mom that said, hey, we picked up some of these truss socks. Are they yours? Yep, they totally were mine. And luckily she's close enough and she works like at the same hospital that my wife is at. So luckily it's going to be easy to get that stuff back. But if they lose something, every DJ I work with signs a waiver. That gear is your responsibility until it returns back to my shop. So I'm sorry if you lost the gear. You probably gonna have to pay for it, or it's gonna come out of your check. Sorry. Let's see here. Do I have an Avid C48 console? No, I don't. The profiles are on my like strong buy list. That's kind of like the next step for me. I can't afford a Digico console. I can't afford like a Midas Heritage or a Pro console. I can't afford that stuff, but I can afford a $10,000 profile, and it works. You know, it's a 48 channel console that's rider friendly. So that's probably the next step I'm gonna go with. What is my go-to midnight snack? Man, if there's some cereal, if there's some cereal in my house, whole hand going into the box, and I'm munching on it. I'm munching on the cereal. What tables do you prefer? I have the DDJ-SZ and the SX2. I no longer use the SX2. All of my guys have SX2 consoles. I have the SZ, and I like it. Have I ever used the QSC Touch Mix 16? Yes, I have. I prefer like the Behringer XR series. I think it's a little bit easier to work around. But the QSC Touch Mix, it's great platform. It's all kind of what you're used to doing. Do I have a waiver form template? Maybe. Shoot me an email. djwoopig@gmail.com. How are the Mackie DRM holding up? Holding up good. I will say the drum sub, we use it as the sub DRM 15 or 18. We use as a sub. They get scratched up pretty easily. I think the like the Duratex coating on there isn't as tough as like what's on the EV JBL stuff, but the sound of it, they sound great. Do I recommend the Alto TX212s as monitors? You're just probably going to run out of headroom using Altos. There's nothing wrong with them as monitors. If that's what you have, there's definitely better options out there though. Rob A, looking to do my website from WordPress. Do I have any suggestions? WordPress is probably the most used because there's so much you can do with it. I use Wix. I'm not going to say that it's better because in a lot of ways it's not. You just have to. You got to learn how to use your product. What is my uplighting question? Missed my response. I think you want to know what brand of uplights I use. I use the Rasha Crux. C-R-U-X. Crux. Let's see here. What's my input on the Persona Studio Live? No, they are terrible user interface consoles. They may sound okay, but I hate them. I hate them. Do I think the production side is worth it now, or would I go back to just doing smaller wedding gigs? The profit margin is far superior on the smaller shows. The weddings, all the entertainment type stuff, not production type stuff. All the entertainment stuff, the profit margin is so much better. But I don't enjoy it. And at this stage of my life, I want to be happy with what I'm doing for a living. I was not as happy as I am now when I was DJing weddings every weekend. And that's just me being honest. The older I get, I don't care about being rich or famous. I care about being happy. And right now, I'm happy. DJ Gene, thanks for sharing the info. Be looking forward to the new video this evening. Yes, new video tonight, 6:30 Central Standard Time. Have I ever had a problem with wireless DMX? Yes, I have, which is why I try not to use it as much. On big shows, I always run copper. Always run copper. But yeah, I've been burnt by wireless uplighting. It's a part of it. It's a part of it. Let's see here. But if you have good line of sight, generally you don't have any problems. The problem I had was actually with the hardware, not like the signal transmitter. Like the little antenna was having some issues because it was broken, and that was on the hardware. What about the EV ZLX15s for monitors? If you don't have a kicking front of house system, ZLX15 monitors are probably just fine. Carter Fletcher, what's up, Mr. Carter, over in Searcy? When is the break for lunch? Probably about 2 o'clock. I'll probably break for lunch. How would I rate what would you rate the Mackie Thump 15s out of 10 and why? I've never owned a pair of Mackie Thumps. A DJ friend of mine has a pair of Mackie Thumps, and I think they sound okay for what they are, you know. Can you do a gig log where you use the quick cue, don't have to explain step by step, but just show the setup process? I can try. How much to charge for uplighting? Anything that I charge 20% if we're renting gear, even like for basic DJ package. I charge on all the gear. I charge 20%. So my 2 speakers, new, $1,000, 20%. Boom, boom. And then like the ancillary stuff, cables, power cables, stuff like that, I don't charge for. 20%. If I'm taking out uplights and they're $400 a piece, I charge 20%. And then I look at that and I say, I could probably come down a little bit, or I could probably go up a little bit if the travel's far. It just depends. 20% across the board is what I charge for rental on anything. What non-DJ stagehand piece of equipment do you bring to a gig that I can't go without? A headlamp. Headlamp. These things, especially when breaking down at the nighttime, these headlamps are freaking awesome. This one's got a strobe on it. Very much useful. Non-DJ stagehand piece of equipment. Headlamp, and if you're doing like a festival or anything like that, bring a what's it called? Hammock. Bring a hammock. What lighting software am I using? Show Express, and then I got the Quick Q30 from Kansas. Salute. Andre, what's up? Divine Sound and Lighting. What do I got going for this game next year? Dude, I got, I'm trying to bring somebody on full time. So that's like my #1 goal. Pay off some business debt, bring somebody on full time. That is the goal. I'm not buying anything that I don't have to. I'm not doing anything crazy until I bring somebody on full time to replace me as like doing all the technical aspects where I can open up my schedule to where I can open up my schedule to go out and sell more. The more I'm out to sell, the more money this company makes. The more money this company makes, the less I have to be out on every show. The less I have to be out every show, the more I'm home with my beautiful bride. The more I'm home with my beautiful bride, the happier she is, and in return, the happier I am. And like I just said, at this stage of my life, I'm just trying to be happy. There you go. How many movers do I have? Somewhere around 25, 30, somewhere around there. How do I get into the PA and production industry? Go work as a stagehand for some other company until you figure out that that's really what you want to do. Because there's $1 million worth of equipment behind these walls, and it's not a cheap endeavor. So go spend somebody else's money before you want to spend your own. After you use a quick queue, can you do a worth it video, quick queue versus Show Express based on the amount of fixtures you use? I will say they are two totally different things. If you're doing small shows, Show Express all day long. If you're doing a show with less than 10 movers on it, Show Express all day long. If you're doing any type of theater production or a concert production, you need a more professional console. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying you need something a little bit, that's got a little bit more muscle that will allow you to do things quicker than you can with a Show Express rig. Two totally different things. DJ Asher, come on, people, make it rain likes. Man, if y'all had some likes to give a brother, ooh, I would appreciate it. I don't even know if I'm leaving this video up, so I don't know if the likes are gonna matter. Let's see here. Not the controller, SZ, the Behringer. No, somebody definitely had a controller question. I didn't misread that, I don't think. Yeah, what do you prefer, the SX2 or the SZ? Yeah, that was totally a question. I didn't skip over that. Oh, and then he apologized next. Whatever. I'm tired. Let's see here. S32 or analog snake? I would say, if you can get the S32, might as well just do it. Makes things a lot easier, especially if you don't have two consoles. If you've got two consoles, the S32 isn't as, it's not as necessary because you can run an analog Subsnake straight to the stage. If you don't have that luxury and you only have one front of house position, X32 to S32 on the deck. And then you can run it one Cat 5 instead of dragging a big analog snake out. If you've got two desks, you go X32 to, or front of house X32 to Monitor World X32 to analog snake on the stage. Do I prefer Airstream or Show Express? Never used Airstream, so I'm going to say Show Express. My buddy, DJ Barr, has the Airstream. He loves it. And that's what works for him. So it seems like it does a good job. I'm not going to say one is better than the other. I would say they're totally different things. Totally different tools. Rob A, video drop today at 6 p.m. It's actually at 6:30 p.m., but you're right. Video drop today, 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. SZ or 1000 SRT. I've never put my hands on the 1000 SRT, so I'm going to say SZ just because that's what I'm familiar with. But that doesn't mean that the 1000 is better. I'm just more familiar with the SZ. DJ Gene, do you charge more if I have to go upstairs? Of course I do. Yes. Yes. And to tell you the truth, nowadays, if I'm not DJing as much, so my DJs are the ones going upstairs. But yeah, if we're going into a venue that is stairs and no elevator, we're charging you more because I'm bringing somebody to help them so I don't get one of my DJs hurts. What if he hurts his back going up the stairs? And then there you go. Do you charge more? Oh, I just answered that question. Let's see here. C. White, what's up, man? Just joining in. Unfortunately, we got 4 minutes left on this live stream. I'm getting out of here at noon because I really do have to get some work done. I was going to be on here for 30 minutes while I pay my bills, and I've been on here for an hour. It's not what I'm trying to do. DJ Asher, do you feel like there's bias against Yamaha products in the sound industry? I feel there's more love for Harman and QSC. I think people feel more love towards the Harman brand, which is JBL, and QSC because they are strictly audio companies. Yamaha makes boats and motors and motorcycles, and they do so many things. Keyboards. They make so many things. I feel like people may not go to them as much because they've got too many hands in the pot. That's not to say that their stuff isn't good, because I've heard Yamaha stuff. Their stuff does sound good. I think the bias is there because people would rather go to an audio company that does nothing but audio. JBL does not make scooters. They make speakers. 3 minutes. So 3 minutes at this time. I'm going to say thanks for everybody for tuning in. I know this was like all over the place. I do want to let you know tonight there's a video dropping at 6:30 p.m. 6:30 p.m. I do want to let you know tonight. I just want to make sure my audio was working. 6:30 p.m. We're going to be talking about battery-powered setups, how you can use it in your kit, in your rig. We're going to take what we already have and make it battery-powered, and I'm going to show you how. Was it really worth it to cancel the show for Hornets and Wasps on stage? That is not on me. That's totally on the artist. But yes, we were set up, ready to go. Dude was allergic to wasps, come out and said nope, and we tore it all down. We still got paid though, so I don't really care. And I got to go home early. Your opinion on the Yamaha Dual 18 subs? I don't have much of an opinion. You inspire me to do lighting and sound. That's awesome. I'm glad I inspire someone out there. New video tonight, 6:30 p.m. Be there. All right. Whoever does the last question, put a question in. That's going to be the last one. I'm not reading past it. I'm answering one more question before I get out of here because I got to do some work. And if nobody puts one there in 30 seconds, I'm hanging up on everybody. We're waiting. Ooh. What CRM do I use? I use DJ Event Planner, and there we go. DJ Event Planner has been very good to me. It manages everything that I need it to do. It's a great all-around platform for growing multi-op companies or growing DJ business companies. It allows me to do so much as regards to rentals, whether it be lighting rentals, sound rentals, DJ rigs, production. It allows me to tie into my calendar. It allows me to send out emails and updates, and it takes a lot of the burden off of me being in here every day. Now, it may not work for you because there's a lot of them out there. There's Honeybook, Check Cherry, DJ Event Planner, DJ Intelligence. There's a lot of them out there. You just have to find out what works for you. That's it. You just got to find out what works for you and actually use it. Put it to use. So, it's 12 o'clock. I'm getting out of here, guys. DJ Woopig, tonight, 6:30 p.m., new video. Show me some love. Tell me what you think about it. Yeah, tell me what you think. Show us some love. Leave me some comments. Leave me some thumbs up. As always, if you've got a question for your boy, shoot me an email, djwoopig@gmail.com, and you better not call me. I will see you guys later.